welcome to episode 3 of the Finesse Show. The show is about music, pop culture, and sports, and we have a good one for you today. And as you know, we're in 2021. Wow, I thought the year was gonna slowly try and get back to some sort of normal nuance, but hey, the Capitol building seemed to have got stormed, and that happened in the first 10 days. So welcome to 2021. This is the Finesse Show. I'm your host, Christopher Wheeler. We're gonna have OG Jeff off the camera, on the mic. So we're gonna be covering a lot sports today. So we're gonna be hearing a lot from him. But how's your week been, Jeff? How are things going?
Well, you know, just trying to survive here in this post-COVID apocalypse, right?
It honestly feels like that because we've in 2 months.
But
we've been here
how
for
about
a
the
year.
sports though? Like the sports, I swear to God, sports has been keeping people together.
That's why they wanted them back so quickly.
Well, what else were people supposed to do?
Netflix.
Where's the distraction? There's news and there's sports. What do you got? What else you got?
Netflix, Amazon Prime, and all those platforms. But let me talk about Netflix. You raised your price to $18.99, and you're not dropping no heat. Nothing. Not a binge.
All that
series.
money.
But here we are on episode 3, and the lockdown has been crazy. Everyone's been trying to get it through it. And actually, some crazy news that I wanted to cover before we get into the show. Jeff, I don't know if you heard about this, but I think in the next 2 years, the first commercial space flight is being taken aboard by 3 people.
To Mars or to
the moon? No, to the space station. Now, Jeff,
but
before
Mars though.
Imagine.
Where's Mars though? I'm waiting on the ship to Mars.
3 people are going. Do you know how much it costs for these 3 people? It's an Israeli businessman, a real estate tycoon from the States, and there's someone from Canada, actually. Do you know how much it cost these 3 gentlemen to go on this commercial space flight? They're going to be staying for 9 days. I'll let you guess.
$250,000.
Bro, it cost them $55 million.
Woo!
I have barely flown first class, but I can tell
That's how you know I'm poor. I'm like, $250 seems all right, you know what I mean?
Right now, I want to address a pandemic within the pandemic. And it's a lot of how guys are coping with this lockdown because you can't gather, you can't meet up with your friends. You're limited to 5 people per household, correct? Is that right?
Yeah, I think it's 5 or 5.
So gatherings are neither here nor there. But you know what I mean? It's just hard to get together. Now, how has guys been coping with it, or for some ladies, your other half? And
most people are doing the video game. The video game.
But there's this specific game that has come out, and I got a story for you, Jeff. I got a good story. Now, this game is it's called Call of Duty Warzone. Now, I'm not a Call of Duty fan, nor do I play a lot of video games. I don't. I'm with you. I'm usually out and about, living life, smelling roses, kissing babies, this, that, and the third. So this game is, I need to explain it to people that don't play video games, but because my friend who does not play video games saw everyone in the group playing this video game, went out, purchased a console, and started playing. Now, let me get to the game. Why is it so popular? Why is your other half staying up till 4 or 5 in the morning playing it? And I did notice that, a little dampening the light, but we're gonna roll through. So basically, it's a multiplayer game. What happens is there's 200 people at the beginning of the game. You all fly into this big map. Now you can have teams of 2, 3, 4, or you can go solo if you have no friends. But hey, who knows? So basically, you all have mics connected to your controller, and you drop into this massive map. And I don't know if you've seen, Jeff, have you seen, what's that movie, Mockingjay?
The Hunger Games.
It's basically like the Hunger Games. You're dropped into this huge map, and you have to maneuver as your burners. Team. And it's just like, it's honestly like putting yourself in a surrogate body, and then you're not even hanging out with your friends, but you are hanging out with your friends because you're doing, it's really weird. The co-opness, I don't know if that's a word, it's probably not.
Cooperation.
The cooperation of the game and the teamwork that it takes, oh my God, it just gets addicting. And people can play for hours, some up to 8.5 hours. Now, let me get to the story. Here we go. So I didn't know it was called this, but me and 3 of my friends got together last Friday and we brought our consoles together. Apparently, that's called a LAN party. Have no clue. Anyways, we got together and we started.
Because everybody parties on the same LAN line.
No, everyone's on. It could be. Who knows? But basically, we all got together, me and 2 buddies, and then the 4th buddy played from his house. Anyways, we got into it was a Friday night, and we got down to the business. So basically, you jump in with 200 people. There's a map. You try and shoot the rest of the people till there's 0. And there's lots of like little nuances in the game, but they get addicting. Anyways, let me get to the story here. So we start at 9 p.m. This is really addicting because if you start at 9 p.m. and then you blink and it's 4:30 in the morning, if you're a bachelor, you have nothing to worry about. But my friend who is not a bachelor has a wife. So at 3:30 in the morning, I'm like, yo, you better get off, bro. Like you have a wife, she's gonna get pissed. And he kept, Chris, shut up. It's whatever. Anyways, I called it quits at 4. But apparently they played till 5. I know it's an addiction. Till 5 a.m. The wife walks in at 4:40 at 5 a.m. and all you hear on the mic is, "You're still up? Come on, go get to bed. You're still playing the game?" No. And he just got ripped. But as I said, the reason this game is so popular is because of this lockdown. You can't get together with your friends.
Yeah, you're trying to get a hold of your buddies. You're a lot.
So, no, anyways, it's just like it's a good way to get together with your friends without getting together. And that's why I think it's been so popular.
Yeah, but there does come a point where, like, you know, if you have a loved one in the house, if you like you can't,
maybe a child,
you can't ignore what I always thought about video games is it's like the thing that's addictive about it is the fact that in a time where we have absolutely no control over anything, you're put into a world where you have control over everything. Wow. You know what I mean?
And is that why there's such appeal to like people that are not as successful in life, losers, quote unquote? Yeah. Is that why they like video games?
Not losers, but like there's successful people that are into it. You know what I mean? There's like it goes through so many. There's so many different reasons why people are into it because it's like it puts you in this power position where I might not be good at anything else in life, but God damn it. Yeah. I'm God on this game.
Yes.
They can't fuck with me.
No cap.
I got the 50 I spent $50 on a skin for these friggin'
He does not get that.
I only know
he might have played some video games.
I only know because my kid will be like, "Yo, Dad, I want to buy this thing."
No,
and I'll be like, "Yo, now we're buying shit.
You just bought the game.
I bought the goddamn game and the console and the extra controllers and everything else."
No, 100%. And
it's just what it is, bro.
I 100% agree. But this game in particular, I just wanted to really touch on because, man, my squad is 2 guys from Toronto. No, it's 2 guys from Ottawa and a banker from Kentucky. And I met this banker online playing in a random game, and now we've manifested this online friendship, whatever. But he always rolls with my squad now, and shout outs to him. He's doing well and whatnot. But not to be crazy, but like now I don't want to say I've made a new online friend, but like when I've spent the last 7 months with someone in my ears, you know, for like 4 to 5 hours
a day. You feel like you know them.
His nickname's Tuna. Shout out Tuna.
Your new BFF from Kentucky.
Bro, halftime
or
therapist.
Does he have the hey man?
But no, it's a weird aspect because I don't know. He doesn't know anyone in my life. So if I have problems in my life and I log on the game and I want to shoot the shit, I can just talk to him because he's in a different.
Listen, man, this fucking bullshit happened today. These fucking assholes.
100%, and that's in a sense I've used him like that. So maybe it's been a little bit of a clutch. But on, I just wanted to touch on that topic just because, man, I just hear so many girlfriends complaining, telling their boyfriends to shut the fuck up.
But there's a lot of girls that are on it now too.
Streamers making a lot of money.
That's a whole other aspect of it where there's literally a full. Subculture of gamer girls that are crushing it. That are good at video games too. That like video games too. And you know, it used to be like a guy thing, but now that whole not. Like
my buddy plays with a girl from the US, and he's like, doesn't she sound hot? I'm like, I don't know, bro. I haven't seen her, but she pulls up the Insta.
What she
but
yeah,
no, 100%.
It's what he thinks. You know what
true.
I mean? And that's the same thing with the video game in itself. It's not about what it is. Yeah. It's what it fucking looks like.
No cap.
Or sounds like.
It's true. I dated the younger generation. Actually, one of my ex-girlfriends, she got me into, we moved in together, this, that, and the third, and she brought in a system, and we played a lot together, and the younger girls play a lot of video games. They're not in the dollhouses anymore. And we had loads of fun doing it.
There ain't no fucking dollhouses anymore.
No more no easy bake. There's no easy bake.
There's
no
nothing.
Easy bake ovens.
There's nothing. Go to freaking Toys R Us and see what there is there. I went there to try and find something.
Yeah. Bro, what's going on at Toys R Us?
There's nothing.
They were supposed to go out of business though, no?
They are. No wonder. No wonder, bro. Like frig.
Anyways, it's just been crazy to see that, and great points by you, Jeff. And yeah, no, it's if the lockdown goes further, I will play more Warzone, and I'm actually gonna start streaming. I don't want to shamelessly plug. I will start streaming. It's gonna be the Finesse Twitch stream, and I'm gonna try and bring you guys into that because it is fun. There's some funny stuff that happens online. You'd be surprised. Anyways, hopefully this lockdown ends. Now, before we get out of the lockdown subject, I do want to touch on something with you, Jeff, quickly. Now, as we know, as the lockdown is coming to an end when...
CRB. Explain what the CRB is, because there's some people that are from... They don't even get it. They aren't getting that.
America, you haven't even got your stimulus. Let me tell you what the fuck's going on up here. You've been getting cake every month. Let's go. Let's go. So you want to come on up and immigrate, manifest destination? I don't care. Holy. Anyways, we've been getting cake every month, bro. So
how much?
How much? Okay, so let me tell you. I know a few guys. I will gladly explain. So a few guys got a couple of new golf sets this summer. A couple new drivers. Still slices it like crazy, bro. So don't even, whatever. You got new clubs. You look great on the course. Great cleats, this, that. Can't hit straight to save your life. But a lot of the boys we got 2 bands a month. Let me two bands.
Which isn't much.
And thank you. But if I was down in the States and you guys are still waiting on $600, I spent that within the first month of the pandemic. Sorry. See ya. Whew. Anyways, what I'm trying to get to is when this all wraps up, the vaccine's going to come out. Now, what I want to talk to you about is, let me just fire the question up to you. We're boys here. Will you take the vaccine to protect your kid, or would you? Is there a reason you would, or just say fuck it?
This is the thing, right? Like, so does not taking the vaccine affect my kid?
Maybe.
Does not does not taking the vaccine affect anybody that I don't come into contact with?
True.
Okay. And I'm locked in my fucking house. Yeah. So where does taking the vaccine?
This is what I'm going to say to you. Okay, so you're shifted to that. I'll be honest. No. That insinuated
if it stops me from doing shit that I want to do, like going to friggin' festivals,
a bar,
or going to a bar, or going to this. If they start handing out these, whether or not you took the vaccine cards and it's like punched on your friggin' driver's license or something like that, then bro, I don't know. I guess.
Yeah. See, that's
but I'm gonna wait it out. I'm seeing people get the whole friggin' half their face paralyzed. I'm seeing people die.
Yeah, but there's a lot of I'm seeing a lot of conditions on that with those ones.
But this is the thing. I'm seeing a lot of stuff, but I have a lot of friends or clients that are actually in the medical field.
So what do they say?
And like I know people who are actually the vaccine people as well that have like passed this, that have helped pass this thing through.
Okay.
So I asked, I was like, so what's the dilly with everything? What's up with what's up with the Bell's palsy? What's up with the freaking,
where did the flu go?
Everything. And what he had said, my friend, I'm not going to say his name or anything.
No names.
But what he had said is, what did he say?
What did he say?
He said,
why you say that?
No. Well, what he said was, fucking brain fart. He said the amount or the percentage of people getting the Bell's palsy and all these things or whatever, and this is kind of terrifying.
Okay.
For the COVID vaccine, it's the same as all the other vaccines.
So there's the same amount of side effects? Is that what you're saying? So like
like whether or not like you react to the COVID vaccine, you would have reacted to the hepatitis B vaccine. You would have reacted. You would have got Bell's palsy if you got the polio vaccine. Like there's like all the vaccines have these same side effects, man.
Okay.
And that's scary as hell.
So you're going to wait it out. Okay.
Well,
we have a shortage of vaccines right now. Dougie's saying I'll drive down to Pfizer myself and pick them up.
Dougie's saying a lot.
Dougie's talking a lot of shit. And it's as comical as it is. It's just like, come on, bud, chill. I'm going to get into our favorite subject coming up. We have sports for the next bit, and then we're going to move into some music. But the first thing I want to cover in sports is, sorry, I'm looking down, just looking at the topics. Okay, Jeff's going to want to start with this one. So let's start with mine.
Talk with
all right, yeah. You coming up next. Can a 43-year-old throw a football better? Ever.
Than Tom Brady?
No, ever. Now, let me get on a little bit of a rant here before we get into the conversation. Let me break down to you what just happened. Someone who's 43 years old has gone to the Super Bowl 10 times and won it 60% of the time. Sorry, I'm going to keep my levels down. I got my producer here. You get mad at me. But they've won it 60% of the time. Not only what just happened, he did not just depart the team that he won 6 Super Bowls with. He went to a new team when there was no practice allowed. 0 practicing allowed. And he took the Buccaneers from the worst franchise in the NFL. And in 2 weeks, he's going to march against Mahomes? He's a light skin, by the way. Light skin, tearing it up. But are you kidding me? Anyways, Jeff, that's my rant. It's unfathomable. And
the crazy thing about Tom Brady in that game was it seemed like the last half, he let up.
Took the foot off the gas.
Took the foot off the gas. Yeah. That's the scary thing. And you know what? Stephen A. went on a tear.
Of course.
Obviously.
Of course
he's obviously he has to be a Packers fan, obviously.
Is he? Does he have a little bit of gripe with Tom?
Bro.
Does he?
No, he loves Tom. He loves sports. But he was like, how are you going to kick the ball? Aaron Rodgers.
Oh,
how are you going to kick the ball?
Why are you going to put faith in your defense instead of putting faith in the
ball? How are you going to kick the ball?
That's retarded.
But then
sackless piece of shit, that coach. Anyways,
no.
You gotta go. Anyways, he did go for 2. I'll give him that. But you gotta go for it on 4th.
Goes for 2 with 2 minutes left, and you're down 16 points, bro.
Fuck, bro.
Why? So
you would have said not go for 2, and then
I would have went for it the whole fucking game, bro. You're trying to get to the fucking Super Bowl.
When you're
go for it every fucking.
I couldn't believe some of these long bombs. Like, okay, I want to talk about the fact that there's one play left in the fucking half, and you don't have every single defensive back waiting in the goddamn end zone because you know where that's the ball. That's where the ball's going.
Crazy.
Are you kidding me? And he's able to throw it over one of your defensive backs or cornerbacks. I don't know shit about football. Over him to a 5'10" receiver to catch it in the fucking end zone? Something's wrong on the defensive call there. And I feel like I'm playing Madden. I was pretty nice at Madden. But, bro, I know enough to call a fucking prevent defense. I just do. I just fucking do. Anyway, so it was a great game. Any thoughts on it?
Aaron Rodgers.
He's great. He
can't beat Tom Brady
ever
in the playoffs.
Is that a known fact? I can't go back in my discography.
I don't know if he ever has.
Has he?
I strongly doubt it. I don't think he ever has.
They wear the same.
But this is the first time I think that because he wasn't in this side. He wasn't in the. Was he in the NFC? Like, was this the first time he was in the
This
AFC?
is the first time Tom Brady's been in the NFC. He is now officially tied with Drew Brees for NFC championship wins.
Yo, and guess what? Yo, fuck Drew Brees.
Yeah, I've always been a big Brady fan watching him from...
I hate Drew Brees, man.
Why?
You know why?
He New Orleans.
I hate the fact...
2 points
because
of why
I
you
used
hate
to be
him.
a running back.
Okay.
I hate the fact that he gives running back... That he tosses it. He won't just pass it off and give the man running yards.
So...
Every single fucking time, Kamara or whoever gets the ball,
yeah,
it's a fucking overhand Toss.
So it's not.
So he gets passing yards.
Oh,
why do you think he has so many fucking?
Philip Rivers did the same thing. Hate Daniel Tomlinson.
Hate that shit.
It's annoying. Yeah,
pass the man the fucking ball.
It's a cheat code. It's a cheat
code.
Give
the man some fucking yards, bro. What is that?
So
why does your fucking running back have more receiving yards than running yards? Statistically,
true,
fucking retarded.
True. Well, that's why he's not in the friggin' finals, and the GOAT is.
That's my point.
Okay, before we get off football, who are you gonna pick? This is so the banker from down south. He said this. He's like, Chris, shout out Tuna. He's like, Brady's going to the finals, but he's gonna choke against Mahomes. And in my heart, I feel like he's right. I want Brady to win, even though Mahomes is a light skin. Shout out light skins. You're doing work around the world. Thank you. But I'm a long time Brady fan. I want him to win, but at the same time, you have six. Who are you picking to win? I want Brady to win, but I think he's gonna choke. So
Brady has a ton of weapons, but I don't know if he has enough weapons to beat Kansas City, because Kansas City has a crazy amount of fucking weapons. And then
Travis Kelce, eh?
Which basically like him and like Gronk kind of cancel each other out. They'll both get 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
But then you got Hill, and then you got
Is AB going to be available to play in the finals? Because I know AB was not playing in the semis, in the last game the conference final. He didn't play, which was surprising to me. But I know he has a leg injury.
I don't know if he plays, but like at the same time, I don't know if it matters.
No cap. I really don't think it matters.
And Brady's, you know what?
Brady's gonna Brady.
It all comes down. It really all comes down to if they can get to Brady. If they can just hammer him like they were doing to
exactly. Buffalo Bills.
They fucking were all over Allen. All over him.
What was the final score? I watched the full football game and I couldn't do a second one.
It was like 30 something to 18, like 38 to like they didn't have it.
The Mafia thought they were going through, eh?
Bro,
no way.
But they had a great team, but bro, the Kansas City defense just puts it on the quarterback, bro. Just puts it. These guys are coming up they're coming in basically like running backs for your quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
so you're going to go with KC?
Yeah, I would say KC. But
so
you can't bet against the GOAT, bro.
Right?
I wouldn't bet on it. I couldn't bet on it.
If you had $100, who are you putting it on? Brady or Mahomes?
I'm taking it and I'm buying some chips.
No cap. That was sick. So Jeff's going to have some chips for the Super Bowl.
I'm going to have some snacks. You know, I'll take all that. I'll take that $100 and buy some snacks.
So I guess we'll see on, I think it's February 7th. It's the first time a home team has hosted the Super Bowl as well. So I think that's first time. It's the first time.
Is it the 7th or the 2nd? It's usually on the, wow, whatever.
Anyways, you guys, Google. There you go.
Shit.
Another big sports event coming up that we are going to be gladly to chat about right now is, wow, did you think he was going to get knocked out after talking so much shit?
Oh, man.
Did you?
He wasn't talking shit. That was the problem.
Do you think he was trying to be, okay, go on.
That was the problem. A lot of people have said this. They said, including GSP had said this, is whenever Conor McGregor puts it on you,
yes,
calls you all these fucking names, gets in your fucking head, gets up in your face, gets up in your space during the friggin' thing. He makes you emotional about it. He makes you emotional about it.
Khabib did not get drawn into that.
Khabib is a different animal.
Discipline. It takes discipline to not be drawn into that.
But even he said that he had gotten so friggin' emotionally invested in it that he had made mistakes. He said it too. And that's the thing. The problem with how he approached this fight, it was too much of a...
Anderson Silva trying to be calm?
No.
Was it that? Or was he trying to be not himself?
No, it was too much of a kind of... Seemed like a business trip.
Because the first 2 rounds, if you watch, or the first round and he got knocked out in the second, correct? Or the third? I feel like it might have been the third. I don't know.
The lights keep going off and on, basically because there's friggin' construction going on in the building or some shit.
We had to address it.
All I hear is these fucking saws, and every single time I hear that shit, the fucking lights go.
Hey, anyways, no. Thank you for bringing that up.
But to me, like, whenever I see Conor McGregor not walk in there like he has a fucking 10-pound dick.
Yeah.
Fucking not giving a fuck, bro. If you're Floyd Mayweather or whoever, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's when I know I'm like, yeah. Like, he wasn't like that against Cerrone, but at the same time.
But the first 2 rounds look good, bro. I scored them.
He got fucked up in the second round.
The first round. Okay, so I watched the first round. It didn't look like it looked like Conor was being the aggressor the first round. And even into the second round, out of nowhere, this guy just knocks him out. Because he was like,
it wasn't that.
Maybe I'm not a fighter, you know?
It was the leg.
Not.
There was and he had said this. There was a bunch of
leg shots,
leg kicks that he didn't check, and by the time he did start checking them, his leg was already dead. So
and
from
that's
the knee
why,
down,
okay.
I don't know if you ever hit your shin on something, and it fucking hurts.
Yes.
There's a nerve that goes all the way through your leg.
Okay.
And what Dustin had done, and a lot of UFC fighters have been doing this lately, has been using that as a tool to like, you're just crack this guy in the leg.
Yeah.
And it's like hitting your funny bone.
Got you.
So you get hit with 4 or 5 of those, all of a sudden you can't even feel your foot.
But he got knocked out. You're saying that's why he dropped easier.
Well, because his leg back and his leg is like gone, right? So he's like,
It happens so fast. So when you're sitting around with your buddies, and you're like, what? Like even with the replay, it's like to finally go through with the comb and really see what happened.
He got hit with like six calf kicks. They're called calf kicks.
Calf kicks.
I remember low calf kick.
Joe Rogan. Oh, check the kick. I remember him saying that. Back in the day.
And he
check
was
the kick.
Well, that's the
fuck
thing.
Does that mean? Check the kick.
It means whenever the dude's kicking, either you lift your leg up and try to make his like remember whenever Anderson Silva wrapped his leg against that guy, it's because he checked a kick.
Okay.
So he was going to kick his leg, and instead of hitting the friggin' fleshy part, he brings his knee up, and then one of the hardest parts of your body is your knee, right where your knee connects.
Yeah.
And then so he connected his shin, a very thin part of his shin, to that dude's friggin' knee, and that snapped his leg because one part of the bone is obviously denser than the other, right?
Okay.
That's it.
Fair enough. So he dropped that easy because
because
of those leg kicks. Now I want to chat about something.
But I never seen somebody quit so easy, bro. Like I never seen him quit like that. It was like.
Do you think did he get called off that early?
And also, nobody has said this.
Yeah.
Right.
What?
But he's making $20 million off of this. Right?
It's hard to go running in silk pajamas. He's getting comfortable.
What the quote is?
Oh, give it to me.
It's hard to fight like a dog when you're sleeping on silk sheets.
I thought I had it, Jeff.
And that's here. Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
No, 100.
That's why he used to fucking go run in the winter in the middle screen. So war. It was hard.
Okay, so that's where that came from. Now I want to talk about Conor, you're right. He's had a lot of financial success with the flight from Floyd, and then after that, it's kind of been downhill. I think he's lost his last 3 fights. Now, what you just mentioned to me is Conor's the best when he's not giving a fuck, talking his shit, and
he was the best whenever he was coming up as a broke kid.
I got that. So when he's in his own element and being disrespectful and boisterous, he's beloved. Correct.
Sure.
Right? Now I want to flip the coin around. Floyd Mayweather does everything that Conor McGregor does. Same thing. Why is he hated for the same stuff Conor's doing?
Because he's black.
Thank you. Next topic. Sorry. But is that not crazy?
No, it's the way, I'm sorry, but it's the way the fucking world is. And it's really sad
Real
to
shit
say
on
that.
The podcast. Hey, that's what it is.
It's the way the world is. And I'm white. I'm not going to sit here and fucking dilly-dally around it. Like, it's because
of the skin color.
We like, or not we, but people don't want to see
a nigga up, a young nigga up. Let's just call it what it is.
Streets up, even though Conor's a dude from came from just the same background.
The same people, different pigments.
I don't know, man.
Different views. I just wanted to hear that from you. Okay,
it's the truth.
Fair enough. No cap.
But also, this is one thing that nobody's addressed is the fact that if Conor would have put $20 million down against himself.
What are you talking
about? And took that fall.
Are we a little conspiracy?
Anybody do the motherfucking math on that? $4.9 billion.
Is there not a more sure way?
$4.9 billion.
What was the ref's name? Donovan? Billy Donovan?
He knew he was going to get a third fight too.
Who?
Conor.
With this guy?
Yeah.
Was this the trilogy fight?
No, this is the second one.
Oh, but
now he's set up 2 trilogy fights.
That is good.
He could have came out of it with a fuck. Maybe he split on it with the Arab cats out there and said, "Yo,
it wasn't Abu Dhabi
on this."
No cap.
Rolls up in a $350 million fucking yacht, bro.
Does
or
he?
350 foot yacht?
Fuck. Anyways,
350-foot yacht. Bro.
I highly doubt that a lot. Actually, Drake just bought one, but we're gonna get to that. That's down south. I know, but I doubt he.
I'm just saying.
I know it's a conspiracy theory that could happen.
It's a fucking. It's a thing.
A tennis player was doing it.
Nobody said anything about it.
So
a
you
calf
think
kick drops you, bro.
No, he got fight. He got fucking fisted before the calf kick. No. 1 a.m. on Pornhub. Whoa.
Pause.
Just rushing through bandwidth. The crushing bandwidth. Get the fuck off my internet. I need it. Anyways, yeah. Seriously. Alrighty. So yeah, now we're gonna move on to B-ball, and finally we have Kyrie Irving coming back from his work hiatus, his sabbatical.
Woo!
Must be nice, making $40 million a year. They're gonna take 10 days off, come back, no big deal. And here we are. You know they're gonna take the West, but do you think it's gonna
the East?
The East? Thank you. Do you think it's gonna work out in the long run? Do you think these guys are gonna be able to play together? I know you're a big ball fan, and I'm a big ball fan from watching. I don't play a lot, but
they've been talking about Andre Drummond making his way over there too.
From Cleveland?
Yeah.
Is that guy? Dude, stop it.
LeBron's done. I've seen talks. Like I've seen it floating around. I seen Drummond with those memes that they make where they like put the different jersey on it.
Of course. So it's in talks. It's in talks. I've seen it.
Well, that's crazy.
They're gonna win I think it's just a done up that the Brooklyn Nets will win this year. But I
don't know about that.
Who's gonna stop them?
Bro,
talk to me.
You got a superhero in LeBron James, man.
Okay, stop it.
He's 36. But bro, it's just like, and this is exactly what. And you know what? To go back to the MMA, what GSP said, the only way for Conor to come back and like be a champion again was for him to like have a reason. And the thing about LeBron James is the same thing as Conor McGregor, bro.
Does he have a reason anymore? What's his reason? What's his motive? He's what?
Legacy, bro.
He's never going to be goated better than Jordan. We know that. That documentary was too strong.
That was a 16.
There's no way,
it was just perfect timing.
Did you see Garcia fighting Pacquiao? What do you say? I know you're a big Garcia fan. I think it's a throwaway. Why you pick Pacquiao? He's done and washed.
I'm not saying, bro. The guy throws 800 punches in a fucking fight.
Is that Pacquiao or Garcia?
Pacquiao.
Okay.
That's a lot of punches, bro.
Is that more than the norm? I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is a GOAT. I'm sorry. Like, people want to say whatever they want, but he is up there, like, top 10 of all time of, like, boxers. I don't care what anybody fucking says, man. Pacquiao, and as a man.
Yes.
As a man,
I've heard him
as a person who went back to, you know what I mean, where he's from and literally built.
He owns a lot of strip clubs in Philippines. Just saying, just want to throw that in there.
He fucking built like basically like shelters for like millions of people.
Yeah,
and he literally he's basically the president out there. You know what I mean?
He's well
Is he the
renowned
president?
out there.
Like, was he the president?
No. The president of the is he Filipino? Correct? Is he Filipino?
I don't.
Anyways, there's a ruler out there, and it's definitely not Manny Pacquiao.
Anyways,
he's crazy.
He's acting like a damn president out there. And
so who's your pick? And when is the fight happening? I know it just got announced. I just would have thought you would have picked someone like Anthony Joshua.
Anthony Joshua, bro. That's a totally different. That's a massive man.
That's true. One's a light. I only know so many boxers. Cut that shit out. Cut that shit out, bro. What was that thing back in the day when there was no weight classes in Brazil and anyone could fight anyone?
That's like jiu-jitsu.
Okay. Anyways, we'll move on from that because I know nothing about it.
That's so funny, man. That would be wild though. But Garcia is a very, very talented dude. I love everything that he's about.
Okay.
I love the fact that he's like on the next wave of self promotion to get to where he is. It's like a perfect explanation of like it's like Connor, the combination of understanding how social media can boost your popularity, and then put you and give you fans to get you the bigger fights.
Price tag, yes,
right?
Of course.
Raise your price tag.
Is he on social media a lot?
100%.
Okay.
You don't follow this guy?
Nah, bro.
Yo!
I just know you're a fan, so I needed to put you in the sports section. But no, man, I grew up on I remember watching UFC 91 at my friend's I was in high school, and we all got together. No worries. But I remember watching UFC 91 in high school with my boys. I'll name his name, Pierce. We were at Pierce's house, and a bunch of the boys got together, and we watched. I can't remember the fight, but it was when the Brock Lesnar was still in the UFC around that time. So it was way back in the day. But I just remember, like, man, they do a really good job of drumming up publicity for these fights because
promotion,
they're next to none in publicity. And we got together and we clicked purchase on the pay-per-view, and there's just like that feeling. You're like, here we go. And you know you're gonna get crushed with private commercials and that, but you don't mind because you know you're in for it.
It's true.
So it'll be interesting to see these two upcoming fights. Fuck, the Connor one that we just watched was $50, but we're in COVID, so drop that shit, Dana. Drop that shit, Boxing Association. Yo, I'm not trying to spend CRB on a pay-per-view, you know? I will stream the fuck out of it. Jesus.
Yo, but you saw Dana, how he was like, yo, we're going after these streamers, this and that. That might have just been a ruse, you know what I mean?
100%. And you took it on my mind. And he didn't name the specific big streamer because he didn't fucking know him, bro. Anyways, that was smart. I get a business play, smart. But
choked.
I still watched the fight.
Yeah.
And I not gonna say if I ordered or not, but I watched it.
I paid for it.
You paid for it?
Yeah, I paid for it. I didn't want it to get interrupted. Bro,
yeah.
To be honest, I actually wanted to see it.
Yes. You're at that,
and it was good. Like even the lead up, it was a good. Was
it a good
one
card?
to pay
Was
for.
it good?
It was a good one to pay for.
Did you get your money's worth, Jeff?
I did.
There you go. That's all that matters.
Because you know what I left with?
What?
An emotional feeling about it.
That's what they're going for.
If there's no emotion, like whether you're sad, you're happy.
Were you sad that he lost?
I was.
Yes, you could say it in his voice. In his face.
I was super like. I was like, by a calf kick? You know what I mean, bro?
Conspiracy theory,
that's
Jeff.
what you did, bro? Like, that's what happened?
But from my views, I thought he got kicked by the fist.
Bro,
fist, and then the kick.
That dude missed like 10 shots in that exchange. If you slow down that whole thing.
Which you did because you bought it?
No, I could have, but I know how to. I know like when somebody's connecting and not.
Yeah,
bro, the guy never connected on most of those shots.
Okay, I like the conspiracy we were insinuating.
He didn't have a mark on him, bro. Besides,
he was
my
limping
leg
out
hurt.
of that. He was limping out of the stadium, but to go out on I've seen boxers fight tooth and nail harder than that.
$9 billion is all I'm saying. Billion.
Oh my god!
Couple proper Irish whiskey fucking
seriously
warehouses. You know what I mean?
It's expensive production, I bet. All right, so we know those are coming up. The fights that we just spoke on, Garcia, check out for it. And what we just covered on another one. Did we cover on another one? No, I think we just spoke about the Garcia one. And we know the next UFC one will be big, so check out that one. But I'm excited to see Garcia and Pacquiao, actually. Not that I'm a big Garcia fan.
I'm more excited to see
but
that.
I'm a big Pacquiao fan.
Yeah, I'm more excited to see that one than I was to see Garcia and Tank, to be honest.
Tank. Sorry,
Gervonta Davis.
See, now you say his name. I seen that drape that girl up. That was no good. But
yeah, that was supposed to happen. Mike, it was on fucking Mike's podcast, bro. Mike Tyson's podcast, bro.
You said they were. What happened with that? He was talking shit.
He was talking mad shit. He was like, "Yo, you too ugly to be champ. I'm pretty.
This is on FaceTime.
What are you? 5'2", 5'5"? You ain't even gonna reach me. Yo." Two rounds. He's like,
holy
2 rounds,
shit.
bro. What?
So
talking, bro. Mike got up all hype, bro. You could tell.
So this is at the podcast and they're FaceTiming.
Yeah,
correct?
bro.
Okay,
like
so
during the
during the
podcast.
So he's like
live. live. Mike's like, we just made a fight. Wow.
Hey, that's
So
promotion.
pumped.
Get into promotion
Huge
instead of
promotion.
fighting, Mike. Because I don't know.
He's
if I
in
wanna
it, bro.
I don't know if I want to see him in the ring again, but that's neither here nor there.
Bro.
Those are coming up, so check it out. Now we're going to move on to some music. We have the Drake album coming out, but we're not going to touch on it because I do reviews on albums that are going to be on this page, so check out for that. But we're going to talk about a different subject that involves Drake and Jay-Z. We're going to get to that. But before we cover on that, we are going to touch on some Canadian music that just dropped. And Canada's getting a spotlight, for better or for worse, right now. I covered it a few episodes again, briefly, but I didn't think it was going to go and continue like this. And what I mean by that, there's a massive New York City talk show host, ex-New York City talk show host, because the show doesn't run anymore as of the last 2 months. Anyways, he's decided to spend a lot of his time on Toronto artists and bringing them on his stream platform that gets millions and millions of views. So he's been doing that with all of the top Toronto artists that I've interviewed, Top 5 Chromaz, the Chair Girl even got on there. I just think it's been interesting
Chair Girl has got a lot more like
Chair Girl was in a little baby.
Chair
Girl was in a little baby video. You know that.
I mean, she's got so much exposure, and it was like
she threw a chair off the bloody balcony, bro.
That's crazy.
How is that your come up? I'm working so hard here.
That's a come up.
Let's just go to a balcony. I'm going to toss this one off, and maybe we'll go on a topic.
Up. What are you going to do?
Anyways, this has been getting a lot of light to the Toronto community, but someone pointed out something that I am concerned about, and maybe you can touch on it, because you saw how DJ Akademiks did the war on Chiraq that went from 2010 to 2015, and he just did commentary on stuff that happened in Chicago.
The war on Chiraq.
So it's a YouTube page called that, okay. And basically he did videos of things happening in Chiraq that was that was pretty ghetto, or music, or anything that had to do with.
Okay.
But these videos, a lot of controversy in them. People say they sparked feuds between gangs going on actually in the city, and he's from New Jersey. He's starting to do the same with Toronto, and a lot of the older heads are concerned about this. For me, if you can get on someone's platform and just talk business, as opposed to get on someone's Clubhouse or get on someone's Twitch and you have 10 FaceTime squares and you're yelling at your ops through the internet, and you instead of using your time to promote your music, and instead he's just allowing it to happen instead of just saying, guys, only talk about music. Like, you got people talking on the Twitch stream saying, I'm smoking on packs of certain people, bro. That is being broadcasted to the world, man. So, anyways, I just think it's interesting, and I'm concerned a bit. I do think it's good for the city if the city can manage it.
They say there's no bad publicity.
There's no bad publicity, but when you're getting online, you're incriminating yourself, or you're adding fuel to the fire, and when people's life are being put in jeopardy.
Is people have a manager for a reason.
A lot of these guys don't have managers.
And if they don't, then they have to act accordingly and be their own manager and manage themselves properly. Because like whenever you see a lot of young guys, like they'll get to a certain point and then you'll never hear about them again.
Yes,
because they
pull
jail. Some shit. You know 100%. What I mean? Like I rapped for mad years, but like I was doing some shit at the same time, and you're never gonna get to that next level if you don't put foolish shit aside.
Yes, 100%.
It's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. And it's also at the same time, like these young guys, their come up is with a whole squad of their homies, and you can't. And just like Tekashi, you can't control your homies. No, you can't control a gang of dudes, because that's just that. It's impossible. It's impossible to sit there and be everybody's keeper. And be like, yo, what the hell, man? That's why Tupac got killed, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's been happening.
A lot of these guys are moneymakers for the gang too. It's
100%.
Like any music money that comes in is split between the gang and whatnot, and
or
that's where
whatever
you get in trouble,
money, or drug money, or this money, or that. A lot of times.
Well, how do you think they're holding up $255,000 in a video in cash and they're not signed? Come on, do the math. You know what I mean?
But you can't, like, for a long, long time. Since the beginning of it, drug money has fueled the come up of the hip hop industry. Literally.
Good point.
There's never been a time. Think about Jay. I'm not putting anything on Jay-Z, but think about Jay-Z.
33 bricks or whatever the line was. Yeah,
no. Well, whatever
bricks.
it was, but think about the fact that like Jam Master Jay was chopping. Everybody,
It's true.
He started, and the only reason they had a fucking studio was because my man got his money up through chopping to get a studio to produce Onyx, to produce Run DMC, to literally build hip hop.
Yeah.
So
you're saying it comes with the territory?
KRS-One's first album was called Criminal Minded, bro.
No cap. The OG
And
behind the camera.
and he had a fucking
shit.
Uzi in his hand. And now he's talking about he's preaching about this and that. You know what I mean? Like hip hop comes from dark.
Do you think the youngins are shooting more than they did back then? Do you think there was more?
No, I just think that now you see
it more. Okay.
Bro,
so you don't think
in
it's
the 80s,
yeah.
New York was the worst place. It was like literally like Iraq, bro. The whole place, Berkeley, the whole place was burnt down, and all it was ghetto. It was like The Wire. It was like Baltimore and The Wire, literally.
That was a savage show.
The crack epidemic was where hip hop was born, out of crime.
It's sad to say.
Rick Ross is named after Freeway Rick Ross, who was a fucking one of the
no cap.
Who put more bricks in the fucking streets than like a mason. You know what I mean? The guy had pure bricks, bro.
So
hundreds
you're saying
of bricks.
It has nothing to do with the media. This just comes with the territory, and Akademiks is going to go out there. It's within the community.
It'll always be there.
Got you.
It'll always be there. Cocaine is just like weed. It's only legal. It's only illegal until they say it's not. People are always going to use cocaine. People are always going to use weed.
Yeah.
People are always going to drink coffee. It's all the same shit, bro.
Stimulant, 100%.
It's all the same. There's two drugs, bro. There's uppers and there's downers. Yeah, there's some that's in between, but at the same time, like people either want to live extra or die extra. And that's just what it is, bro.
It is what it is. Okay, so no, I'm gonna take the side on it's not his fault. It just exists in the community, and I just wish he would just be a little bit more, just a little bit more meticulous when it comes to having all these guys on stream. When you have top 5 yelling at 17 Doovie, who are the top stars in Toronto right now, they each just put a song out that got 1 million views. You know,
Top
you
guy's smart.
He's
about his business.
In certain ways, yes.
You don't get it. Like a lot of us don't even get it. How smart he really is.
He's not as dumb. I'd say this. He's not as dumb as everyone thinks he is. He knows how to move. He knows. So, for instance, he got on the stream last night, and he's like, "Look, people are saying I buy fake views, this, that, and the third. This is not the case." And he was like on Akademiks stream showing shit like, look, 17 gets this, 17 Doovie gets this many views. I get this many views. It's just like that. That's fine to me. But when you had the week prior, when they were both yelling about shooting each other online, like for like the world, like bro, talk about your music. I get what you're saying, Jeff, and it comes with the territory. That's but just be able to move a little smarter. Move a little smarter. That's all I'm saying.
That's hip hop. You know what I mean? People, bro, the best verses are somebody is Hail Mary. You know what I mean? Or like people talking about shooting each other. Like that's.
I could bench 10 extra pounds if someone says spin the block in the rap song.
I'm just saying. Like,
no, it gets you going. Does get the people going.
You know what that is? You know, we could tie this right into the fucking fight game.
Talk to me.
Promotion.
Fake beef.
Do you want to watch a fight when there's no beef? Doesn't matter.
It's frivolous. Who cares?
Do you want to listen to this track if there's no beef? Are you listening to the whole Tory Lanez album if there's no reason to?
Yeah.
If he didn't shoot a bitch, you know what I mean? Like
crazy. 2021.
I'm just saying.
That's crazy. All right, let's move on to something that is near and dear to a lot of people in hearts, because I had a chat with one of my friends off the camera a few weeks ago about this, and it kind of turned heated, but I'm going to try and rehab the conversation with OG Jeff, and I know his name's OG, so you know what side he's going to take on this, and I'm a youngin', so you know which side I'm going to take. Now, with Drake coming out with CLB, and you're seeing he's been on the music tear since 2009, we're in 2020. Now, I'm not saying he has a bigger legacy right now, but when it's all said and done, do you think Drake can have as big of an impact on the music industry as Jay-Z did, if not bigger? I'll let you start. I'm going to take a sip of my Starbucks and shut the fuck up.
Shameless plug. Starbucks, send on.
Not like
Jay-Z, send on. Drake, send on. So it's a tough thing, and yeah, it got heated last time when we were talking about this, but the way I see it is legacy is a different thing to talk about than impact, than music, than as a single artist. Legacy is how many. Legacy is like family. How many careers did you birth?
Got you.
How many careers wouldn't be there if it wasn't for you?
So in that case, I'd have to change the question because it's redundant because we already know it's Jay-Z. Jay-Z's put more people on there.
That's where.
So let's say who will have a bigger impact on the music community with their own discographies. That's it. Discography versus discography.
With their own discography. With their own discography, you have two like powerhouses. It's basically like Mayweather, Pacquiao. You know what I mean? Like,
so we know who won that one.
Yeah, Mayweather won, and that's where I obviously slide to one. And the truth is, I'm not the biggest Jay-Z fan.
Yes, me neither.
I was never
couldn't quote a lyric,
and until like a little while ago, or not a little while ago, until I want to say 5-6 years ago, I wasn't a huge Drake fan. And the funny thing is, the first time I heard the Drake album,
which one? Brought
or not the album, the mixtape.
Yes.
Whenever it first came out.
Which mixtape? Gotcha. I'm just curious.
It was the one with Successful on.
Oh, okay, early. Yeah. Was that Thank Me Later?
I don't know. It was his first shit.
Got you.
And it was this light skinned dude that had it. Obviously, he was like, "Yo, this guy's the next thing." Da 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 da. But whenever I listened to it, I took it in. Yeah. I was like, "This is really good."
Yeah.
I like this song. I like that song. Did I think that he was going to be as big as he is now?
Absolutely
Hell no. But you know where I listened to it? In the penitentiary.
Fair enough.
Collins Bay.
Fair enough.
So if you're...
You were listening to music in the pan?
Bro, that's the way it is.
How do you call God?
And so if he was that... And this was in 2000...
Preface that way back in the day.
This is 2009.
11 years ago. Fair.
11 years ago. Or maybe 2000... So at that time,
yes,
for this boy to reach into the, like at the beginning of his career, reach your mixtape is making it into there.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
At the time, was like, this guy already made it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's in my pile of discs with some Jay-Z shit, with some shit, with that shit. How do you make it? How do you make it in there if you're not already there? You know what I mean? That's a big deal. And for me, whenever I was first taking in Drake, I was like, yeah, I like his rapping. Like I really thought his rapping was good.
Of course.
And then whenever like his bars are good, like his bars have been nasty the whole time.
Clever. So to be honest, fucking clever.
And so putting them up against each other is tough. But at the same time, I like Jay-Z more because Jay-Z's like. There's certain songs where like you know, like if they did a versus, I don't know, bro.
Who's gonna? Let's just talk.
Can we?
It's too much.
it would be like 3 hours long because like
how could you even pick 20 from either of them?
Jay-Z's discography is crazy from songs you don't ever even heard of.
Yes, I agree with you.
You haven't even heard of.
But when was the last time you heard Jay-Z in a club? Jay-Z out and about. When was the last time you heard Jay-Z at a party? Bro, no one's bumping Jay-Z from
all the time.
You just don't even know who it is. Your age of party is a lot different than my age of party.
You don't even know who it is, bro.
I just don't hear him anywhere.
Just came out like that. OJ track just came out.
He released a track. When is? Are we talking about? Yeah,
that album just came.
444
just came out a couple of years ago.
2016.
But brother, it was playing.
Was it playing?
And he didn't have to friggin' even like put any promotion into it. He just dropped it.
444 dropped around the world.
The Carters.
When you have the two biggest, she's the biggest in the.
Okay, so.
Okay, all right.
Queen Bee, bro. You got a whole fucking album with Queen Bee. This is relevant shit.
Is he your girl?
Jay Electronica.
Is he your world tour?
Jay Electronica, bro. Slap Jay Electronica up on that whole fucking album. Why are you gonna have Jay-Z on your whole album?
Talking about it
on your first album? Like you could like do it if you want, but fuck, bro. Do you really want that?
No.
So that's the thing. So there's like certain things you put Drake on a J Electronic album.
I don't know.
Put Drake on a Beyonce album.
Do they even have a?
They have a ton of songs together. Ton of songs.
I remember girls love Beyonce, the track of the Drake made, but like fuck.
But like for a 1 or 2 songs, but put them on a whole album with her. It gets a bit redundant. And that's what it is. Is like Drake is one of those guys where you can really like he has a formula for his projects where you can put Jay-Z on anything. He's like salt, bro. You sprinkle that guy, you sprinkle that on anything.
Okay.
You sprinkle that on anything, it makes it better.
I think you'd say that about Drake. Not as much. But he does. Jay-Z's very particular. He doesn't put out a lot of music anymore, so it's hard to compare right now. But if you compare both primes, see, you were present and
through the whole thing,
receptive from when Jay-Z was popular. I wasn't.
Kanye isn't Kanye without Jay-Z.
No cap. I remember that. I remember that video. What's the video where they're breaking the Maybach, driving around? Fuck.
What do you mean?
They made a whole album. Watch this throne. I know. That was good. Now that was good.
Black Album was Kanye too, bro.
Was it? Fuck. I was a young youth, bro.
All of the Dipset stuff.
Okay.
All those beats are Kanye, bro. Like a good some of them aren't, but like a lot of them.
Is Kanye a better producer? Sorry, random question. Do you think he's a better producer
than
just an artist?
No, he's a better. Like he's. I was watching an interview with him the other day when he was young and shit like that. He's always been like that, bro. He always knew.
Yeah, you need to have a killer instinct.
Which is like he always knew. Like, and he was super passionate about like, yeah, I'm like a really good producer and shit, but like I'm a rapper. You know, it's just that a lot of great rappers rapped on my beats before I could. Like I'd make a beat and then Cameron would rap on it, and then I'd make a beat and then Jay-Z would rap on it. If it was me, I would have rapped on it better. You know what I mean?
No, like, I do remember the pink polo wearing Kanye. And he was very that makes
bro.
sense.
Like he's but without Jay-Z being like, yo, I want this guy on I want this guy's beats on my record.
Yeah.
Then does he or without him being like pulling him out onto the stage that day putting that rock chain on him. You know what I mean?
See, all you older head listeners are gonna know this is gonna bang off to you. For me, like I don't remember any of these moments.
And this is just Kanye. This is recent, bro.
Yeah.
We're not talking about Beanie Siegel. We're not state property. We're not talking about everything that came out of friggin' Rockefeller, bro.
Okay.
Memphis Bleak, friggin' like, yeah, maybe they ain't nothing or ain't like on top now, but bro, Beanie Siegel was the fucking best at one point.
I know that name. Yeah. Well, no music.
Yeah.
I know the name, no music, but that's what I mean. Like, I think it's such a clear-cut argument.
It's always going to be, for me, it's always going to be Jay-Z just because
we're talking musically.
I know, musically, just because of how many people he, like...
put on.
Yeah, like, you can't ignore that. You can't ignore it, and you can't ignore his effect on a song.
Yeah.
Bro, what about what's the track with Pusha, bro? Friggin' Drug Dealers Anonymous.
See, I'm light skinned, so I only stay on the light skin. I've never heard any of this.
You never heard Drug Dealers Anonymous? This is bad. This is bad for.
So I'm new school of. So listen. I'm new school of music. So
damn,
I can flip
Daniel.
I know that.
Damn, Daniel. That's what Jay-Z said. He's like, damn, Daniel. Feds bringing them all white vans through.
So that was in high school, bro. That was when I was in high school. Damn Daniel was high school, wasn't it? 2012?
Bro,
2010? Sorry, 2010.
That's a recent
Damn Daniel
bar.
was before 2010.
I know, but that's a recent bar that he dropped on a song with Pusha T. Oh. And he's saying all white vans through like the all white like Fed vans. Not the fucking shoes.
Okay. Double entendre. Daniel. Double entendre.
Bringing them all white vans through.
For me, it's like, okay, I hear
that's Jay-Z.
I hear what you're saying.
Shit like that.
And like, you're
talking
speaking
shit. Talk about Drake.
Yeah. I will. You're speaking shit, and you're like, he's a pioneer. He's put this, that, and him on, and which is true. Everything you said is fact. But when I look at the last 11 years, or like let's say 12 because he's been on since 2008, kind of been on the come up. Commercially, publicly, internationally, it's been all Drake. Streaming platforms to record sales to this that. Like I know Drake's outsold 444. I know that for a fact. So it's just hard for someone of my age to hear that and just accept the fact that there's been shit that's happened pre 2009 because it's been so present in my face. Every time you go into a club, it's nice for what or back to back or it's you know what I mean. You're always catching that vibe from Drake. So it's hard for let's say someone from 1992 because when I started listening to rap in 2004. 50 Cent raised me. That was my Jay-Z. That's who I knew. And then the first
Jay-Z got a bar for him.
Does he?
I'm about $1. What the fuck is 50 Cent?
Jeez. That's hard.
Okay. Summer Jam.
Okay. See, artifact there. But like, just when I listen to everything, which is recent, it's hard for me to fathom that he's put so many people on before that 2009 to 2020 a time frame. You know, so
President of Death Jam at one point.
To sit here and look to let's say a millennial and say that they'll look like you're crazy
they don't
because
hear it,
yeah. So like going back to that conversation we had last week, it was just like the person that we were having the conversation with was looking at me like I was crazy, but like I was looking at him like he was crazy because I was like, because I've only heard the last 12 years. And
the problem was like letting you know about this is the history of Jay-Z.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's rapped with everybody that you can ever think of that was ever a fucking legend.
It's true.
Like anybody.
Yeah.
and like it's a good thing, and it's also like it's a gift and a curse, whatever. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that haven't heard a lot of stuff.
Because he's 54 now, right?
Yeah,
he's
I don't know how old
he's getting up there.
I ain't gonna sit down here and drop motherfuckers' ages. I'm old too. So
sorry, Jay. Anyways, thank you for joining us for the third and not final, but the third episode of the Finesse Show. That was great. I really appreciate it. It was me, OG Jeff. We're going to be coming at you a lot more than weekly coming up. We're going to try and pump as much content to you guys as possible. It's just been hard, as you know, with COVID, this, that. There's a lot of roadblocks that you don't see behind the scenes. But with that being said, I'd like to thank BMBX Records for hosting me out of this lovely studio. I'd like to thank La Boutique Studio for hosting us. Thank you so much. And just two special shout outs to Taryn and Jeff. Thank you for helping me start this show and keep it going. And with that being said, I'll see you for episode 4 next week. And I will be doing a few album reviews coming up. And also we have some interviews that we'll be doing in different settings, same boutique, same studio, but I have some interviews that I'll be bringing in some artists for. So watch out for that. Thank you for joining me. And as I said, stay frosty. Have a good one, guys. Peace. Alrighty. I think that was like an hour and 20.